Hi, boys and girls. The Rappin' Rats are coming to your city to sing and dance with you. We have Ronnie, Rita, Runt, and Ruffles, featuring Rowdy and Ray Ray. Come show us how you can dance. We like to see you do head, shoulders, knees, and toes. If you happy and you know it, clap your hands. Rita's birthday song. Do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. Old MacDonald and Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, with a special dance from the creator of the Rappin' Rats, Mr. Cooley, Jaxson. So don't miss out. We have more cities to go to. See you soon.
Hi, I'm Michael Smith for Nevada Trails. Tonight I have a very special show. I have Cooley Jaxson of the Rappin' Rats, and I had the pleasure of seeing you perform at the Ryzen recently, and thank you for joining us. I really had a good time.
Thank you. Thank you.
You are the creator and one of the stars of the show, and it moves along, and the kids were very happy. And could you just kind of tell the background of how it was created and what your focus is of the show?
I used to dance for the Saban production as well as the Henson production, and with Henson I played Grover for 2 years, dancing on roller skates, and with Saban I played the White Power Ranger, which was very, very interesting. I was the understudy for Jason Frank, who was the actual Power Ranger, the actor, and they gave us an option to go on the road to be the White Ranger and had to substitute for anybody and things like that. Then one day I was peeking out from behind the curtain and I seen all these kids, and I was like, I need to create something that's going to pull in that charisma, that love, that joy from all these mothers and kids. And I looked at what the Power Rangers had to offer, and they were fighting and kicking, which they were presenting the right moral, but kids was getting the wrong message. And by me doing all dancing and all this type stuff, I said, well, dancing and karate are two things that kids take an entrance in. So I said, well, I have to create something with dance. Create these characters called the Dynamic Dancers, and the Rappin' Rats. Well, the Rappin' Rats was on the back burners because I couldn't afford the money for the costume. The Dynamic Dancers costume, for $1,000, I got all 6 costumes and everything. So I went with that for a while, test the waters, bam, it was a hit. But they looked too much like the Power Rangers. So that kind of...
I wondered why you kind of slowed down on that
I had to, because people would say, the Power Rangers, no, the Dynamic Dancers. Power Rangers, no, the Dynamic Dancers. So I started changing my focus to the Rappin' Rats with the same type of idea. But I couldn't really just only do dancing. I said, well, we have to do something within the rap. And then that's when we created A to the B. And Big George Adventure came along and saw that and gave us the money. Now we was able to afford the costume characters and get things rolling. So that's how it all
they're
came.
really cute costumes. They cost, what do you say, about $1,000 a head or something?
Yeah,
like
from
that?
$800 to $1,000 per
But
head.
they really look nice.
Well, thank you.
I have a friend, Lucky Duck, and I know his cost about $1,200. But if
Yeah.
you're going to do it, you do it right.
Well, the thing is, I was lucky enough to have lucky duck. I was lucky enough to have the Henson production connection. So by calling them, they created the puppets, they created the mascot heads. So the funny thing is, they said, well, what do you want? And I said, well, they're rat heads. And I said, but not rat heads, but they kind of look like mice and kind of look like chipmunks. They're
That's
like,
what I thought.
Huh?
Kind of
It's like, what? I said, well, I created my own rats. They're actually mice, but I called them rats. And they said, well, why you want to call mice rats? I said, well, this is my vision. Rap comes from the streets. Rats come from the streets. Rap is looked down upon. Rats are looked down upon. Well, you take a negative, because I believe in a yin-yang theory, and you turn it into a positive.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we're doing. We're taking something that people look down upon and turning it into a positive. And when you're doing stuff like that and trying to create the wheel all over, it's very, very hard. But faith and belief is what makes it all work. Then you throw that twist in there, which is my talent and my background. So I do all the popping and the dancing.
Awesome. It's awesome, by the way.
And you've seen how it all kinds of just comes together. Because the show that you've seen was our very, very first live show. And it was a dream up until that point. So my nervousness was like, is it going to work? You know, was I going crazy? Like, why am I here? What am I doing? But you throw your cards on the table, and all of a sudden you win a hand. And that's how I feel about the show that we done. We won one hand. So from this point on, I'm very confident, you know, when we go to another location that, oh yeah, kids are going to like it. Mm-hmm. Parents are going to enjoy it. Kids will dance. No one can tell me any difference because it's been proven. Before it hasn't been.
Well, from the show, I saw kids from about 3 to 8 that were dancing and having a good time. To interactive. They were in the show. They were into the show, and we left all smiles. And the parents were very happy because they want their kids to be happy and smiling. And so I thought it was a hit right away. And then where I became aware of you about 2 years ago on our excellent public access station, you sent one of your shows in. They had a variety of cartoons and things, and I think a public appearance of some sort. And I just enjoyed it. And then when we kind of got together by accident, I thought, I've already have a pre-idea.
I wouldn't say it was accident. I call it fate.
Well, I have a lot of that stuff happening. But it was just awesome that I felt really happy to be there. Because your talent level, I mean, the dancing and I guess the cartoon drawing, I mean, you have multiple things you can do to entertain people.
Right. Yeah. Well, within the last 7 years, I was fortunate enough to run across a lot of talented guys. And they would always be my partners and credible, you know, to my heart for helping me hoist this idea and venture of the Rappin' Rats. With the Rappin' Rat characters, when we first was putting it together, my thought was there's a lot of kids that goes to nursery schools, kindergarten, and what do? Head, shoulders, knees, and toes, happy, you know, clap your hands, hokey pokey, you know, twinkle, twinkle, little star. And I said, how would that be to have their own little rock concert? Because upon putting that into the show and integrating the kids in it is something that hasn't been done yet. So when I was talking to him, I said, we have to have this bubblegum hip-hop around that nursery school type age. So make sure the drawings are just right. We don't want to make it look like anime, but then again, we don't want them to look like beginning Disney drawings. So it kind of morphed into what we have now. Like this picture here, believe it or not, I was trying to look for a group shot, and so I went on the internet and I said, I got to find something, and I'm checking, I'm like, that's not cool enough, that's not happening. You know what that's from? Casino. You know, the four guys, Joe Pesci,
De Niro,
and they all posing, same pose.
Excellent.
So I took that, I said, that's cool, and I thought about it right there, and that's been our signature pose, just from that. Because you want kids to, they want to be like the big brothers, like real cool. They want to be able to hang. Like, there's kids who are young, who are 6. They don't need an iPhone. You know, they don't need iTouches and all these other things. But they work them just as well as their brothers and sisters because they're around it. And it's the same difference. They want to live up to their older siblings. So I'm trying to give them something to identify with like their older siblings.
Well, only I know is we had kids there from China, New Zealand. I know because I was talking to people before the show. And then they all, like you said, interconnected because I know they didn't have the exact same education at the exact same time, but they had the exact same songs.
Right.
If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. And it was really kind of, it kind of gave me goosebumps when I was watching this because I know these kids were all from all different languages.
Right.
I knew kids weren't even speaking the same, any English. So it was really cool.
And that's the whole idea when you just think about something, or I'm on YouTube and I look at certain hits and I'm wondering why, and I'm seeing where the thoughts of kids are going. I play on that because some of it's edgy that I don't agree with, but I understand what the love is coming out of it. I understand why they like certain programs. So I have to find the magic behind that and just take it, a little bit of it, and put it with the Rappin' Rats. take a little bit of this and put it with the Rapping Rats and create my own. And it's very, very mechanical and very time consuming, and I stay up very, very late working on it every day.
Well, one thing you're doing, you're targeting kids like Safe Street, places for kids to hide and or be safe. I mean, and then graffiti. You're hitting some tough subjects for kids, so you're kind of getting in some areas there where you should not join great gangs. Where did this come from? Do you really have that desire to help kids and influence them at a certain young age?
Well, I used to perform with Janet Jaxson and Michael and people like that, and I noticed that a lot of kids would follow what they say and what they do. And I said, if I create the characters, first of all, characters have no color lines. Okay, so that's another reason. They're always friendly, so no matter what age you are, you would take a picture, like you went to Disneyland, you'll be posed up with Mickey Mouse. So I said to myself, we have to find something for the kids to follow. So you get them into the Rapping Rats. Now the Rapping Rats, it's the Pied Piper effect. The Rapping Rats say jump, they say how high. And so now we're saying, well, we're cool, we're hip, we could do all this, but we don't smoke, we don't drink, we don't do drugs, we don't do graffiti, we don't vandalize, you know. And kids start thinking like, wow, I don't have to do all that stuff to be cool. I could be cool without all that stuff. So that's the whole theory.
And then you presented it really well too. And I've also seen other outgrowth from that, like coloring books and things that you've really gone pretty far on this study, and clubs they can join, and internet activities.
Tying in the report cards and respecting their parents. You know, we have the Christmas album, which is all about cleaning your room and brushing your teeth, you know, washing your hands before eating. It's all
the parents
good
are really going to
morals.
love you, you know. Do you have a website you can give out before we go to break?
Yes, www.rappinrats.com, and that's RAPPINRATZ, or it could go to rappinrats.tv. The TV is our safety link with our safety program, which is something else that we could touch on later.
And can you have your website already developed?
Yes, they are up and running right now.
And they can see examples of what you do.
They see everything that we do.
Everything?
With the Rapping Rats, yes.
Well, I know when you're on stage, you and your family and friends really put it out there, and it's very impressive. I mean, you even get out there out of costume and doing a dance that I thought you'd be exhausted. It was about 60 seconds that made me tired.
Well, even with
maybe even 2 minutes. I don't know.
Puppets, you know, I did the same thing. I hopped out of costume, went up there, did the puppet, came back down, performed and danced. It's, you know, I'm an entertainer, and that's what entertainers do. You know, I'm a triple threat, singing, acting, and dancing, and you just have to have all that. In this day and age, there's not too many triple threat people. But, you know, I'm from the old school, and when you're on that stage, you entertain. That's why you're on the stage, is to entertain. That's puts me above everybody watching. That's what they're paying for.
Well, I like that. Well, we're going to go see a cartoon of the Rappin' Rats at break, and I hope you enjoy this little clip. We'll be right back with Cooley Jaxson. Thank you.
Hi, boys and girls. The Rappin' Rats are coming to your city to sing and dance with you. We have Ronnie, Rita, Runt, and Ruffles, featuring Rowdy and Ray Ray. Come show us how you can dance. We like to see you do head, shoulders, knees, and toes. If you happy and you know it, clap your hands. Rita's birthday song. Do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. Old MacDonald and Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, with the special dance from the creator of the Rappin' Rats, Mr. Cooley Jaxson. So don't miss out. We have more cities to go to. See you soon.
Hi, we're back from break, and with Amy Daya, the manager of the Rappin' Rats, and we have all kinds of events here to be going to do in the future. You got the air shows, you got Governor's Mansion for Halloween's, you got Safetyville theaters. You just got it made. Do you have like a contact number people can call you to get on? You know what their event might be?
Yes, 530-314-9027, and also you can contact us through our website or rappinrats@hotmail.com.
Excellent. Actually, I see a rapping rat right now. Hey, come on in here. Join us. Who is this this rapping rat?
This is Runt, the littlest rat.
That's Runt.
Yes.
Now tell me about Runt.
Runt is a little goofball. He's the youngest. He's kind of the one that everybody else looks after. He's just a little cutie.
Well, I saw Runt on stage, and he's a pretty good dancer. He's got the moves down. What's the favorite song that Runt likes?
Picking on Me.
Oh, well, I kind of like the birthday song. Everybody was kind of having fun with all the other songs. How many songs did you play, by the way? It's about 8 of them or something? It seemed like a lot of them.
6.
6 songs?
6, yeah.
Because they're working out during this whole show. It's not like they're kid friendly. They're grabbing kids. They're in the audience. So.
Yeah, we do audience participation. We have a participation bag for our live shows to keep all the kids interested and active in the show. Also, we encourage the kids to come up and dance, things like that. So. Well,
the show I saw, and I saw too. The Rapping Rats were in the audience, and the kids were ranges, I'd say 3 to 8, were not scared, or they had actually had a really good time.
Right.
And so I thought that was pretty cool. Because
Yeah.
sometimes kids can get a little scary, but these kids were happy with what you guys were doing, so that was
Yeah.
pretty good.
I think we break the ice with the kid dancers and have the kid dancers participating in the show so the kids feel more welcome of their peers instead of, characters that can be kind of big and scary to kids, so it kind of evens the playing field a little bit for the little
Well,
guy.
tell me about the bag that opens up the show, because I thought it was really cool because all the kids had like their own stuff to play with.
Right, it's a participation bag, and we have different activities, different songs, and we have toys that they can participate. Like Old MacDonald, the kids would have an animal character visor.
And
They could pretend like they're
duck,
in the skit.
A cow, or not a duck, a cow, a pig, and then somebody was jumping jackass or something. Or I don't know.
Donkey.
Donkey, that
was
too.
a donkey.
I know the kids loved it.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. It's a really good time. Also, we have glow sticks for Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.
That was cool. They're all doing this. I thought I was at a concert, and I was at a concert. Yes.
Right, right.
Yeah.
And that's the whole idea, is to have kids feel like they have their own concert and their own, dance time and party time for kids, of course, with moral and education, snuck in the back door for the parents to kind of appreciate our show also. So.
Well, I just thought it was interspersed perfectly. Does he ever get a break?
No, not so much. Not so much.
Runt, how you doing today? All right, that's the attitude. So, how many dancers do you have right now? Besides Runt, there's 4 or 5 other kids that help
There's
out?
4 kid dancers and 4 rats. So,
and
then we've got some puppets and things like that. Later shows we'll add more characters, but for right now, that's our cast.
So if anyone's interested in being a rapid rat in the future, they can give you a call too and say,
Oh,
hey,
yeah,
I have some
yeah.
dancing skills, I have some puppet skills, I have some Runt skills. And,
There's only one Runt, right?
Oh, no, you didn't hear that. You didn't hear it from me.
No, but yeah, definitely our doors open. Definitely.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, all I know is I enjoyed the show, and so if I would recommend you to call her and say, I want to do my booking, and we're going to be involved in some parades coming up, the Governor's Mansion in Nevada, and hopefully
The air show, we just booked that a few
the air
minutes
show,
ago.
and come in and meet the Rappin' Rats in person, because if you see these costumes, not really costumes, they're just what they are. It's really good-looking items, and everything you do is first class.
Right. We're booking theaters around the area. Also, we're going to be doing some live shows. So keep a lookout. Keep looking at our internet site and watching the newspapers, because we're going to be in your area.
Well, and I also just want to backtrack again that their message is very good for parents and kids, and I really hope they are very successful. Well, we're going to take a short break and come back with Cooley Jaxson, and thank you.
Hi, boys and girls. The Rappin' Rats are coming to your city to sing and dance with you. We have Ronnie, Rita, Runt, and Ruffles, featuring Rowdy and Ray Ray. Come show us how you can dance. We like to see you do head, shoulders, knees, and toes. If you happy and you know it, clap your hands. Rita's birthday song. Do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. Old MacDonald and Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, with the special dance from the creator of the Rappin' Rats, Mr. Cooley Jaxson. So don't miss out, we have more cities to go to. See you soon.
Hi, we're back with Cooley Jaxson, and can you believe that dancing? That is awesome. When I saw that at the Horizon, I thought, oh, am I the luckiest man in the world? This is public access TV, and I got a front row, and I'm going to see this show twice. Tell me, you said something that you were involved with teaching Michael Jackson some of these steps?
Yes. Michael Jackson saw me and my friend Jerron Casper Candidate do a spotlight dance on Soul Train, and his manager contacted Soul Train, and Soul Train contacted us and connected us together, and the rest is history.
Well, I asked Cooley if he could help me out on some of these dances, and he said he gave me a DVD that we're going to put on the air, if you don't mind. Could you tell us about the DVD we're going to show in the future on public access here?
Well, the DVD is showing the actual moonwalk. Michael Jackson named the backslide, which is this, he named that the moonwalk because it's a more marketable name. Smart man. But the moonwalk is more in a circular position, like you're floating gravity, floating. In the DVD, we showed a moonwalk, we showed the front slide, we showed a side slide, the escalator, which is in place, and the backslide, which Michael Jackson calls the moonwalk. It's a 30-minute DVD. I'm having great hits on it. Go to www.learnthemoonwalk.com. I think it's like $25. The price is good for something that you can play over and over and over and over and pass it to your friend over and over and over and share it. Even if a person, it's a good party breaker. You know what I mean? It's a good comedy thing. The cavity of the routine, and I say cavity, is because when Michael came to Jerron and I didn't know it was going to blow up like it did. Had we known, I would be a millionaire right now. But we've been doing this dance 5-6 years before we taught Michael. And the cavity part about it is, every time I see someone doing it, a cartoon, a movie, TV show, anything, animation.
Back to the Future 3.
I helped start it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's like, no one knows this.
I think it's awesome.
And it becomes a cavity, a sore. It doom, doom, doom. And it bothers me all the time. So instead of letting it, like a thorn in my foot, instead of letting it become something like that, I look at the positive side of it. I say, you know what? How about if I create a DVD, which I did, and put it out there and let people know this is where it come from and this is how it is. And we sold about 300 of them so far within the last year and a half.
Excellent. So you're the creator of the Rappin' Rats.
Yes.
And obviously you dance in the show and the Muppets, the puppeteer, and you do all these things.
I'm doing the puppeteering.
So it's just so exciting, and all these events you got coming up, you're just on a roll.
Yeah. Well, you have to, like I said, you have to be that triple threat. When you're an entertainer, you have to be able to do everything. I write the music. I compose the music. I create the characters. I did 101% of everything that we have to offer.
So
apparently, I talk too much.
Yeah, we're down to our last minute. It's time to get out the information how to track down the Rapid Rats with Cooley Jaxson. Just give out your track down information.
Yes. Once again, www.rappinrats.com, or you can go to www.cooleyjaxson.com. That's my personal website. We have several. You can always Google us. And that's basically it.
Well, Cooley Jaxson, thank you very much for being on Nevada Trails.
Thank you.
It's been Michael Smith for Nevada Trails, and take your kids out to see these shows. I think you'll be glad you did. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Hi, boys and girls. The Rappin' Rats are coming to your city to sing and dance with you. We have Ronnie, Rita, Runt, and Ruffles. featuring Rowdy and Ray Ray. Come show us how you can dance. We like to see you do head, shoulders, knees, and toes. If you happy and you know it, clap your hands. Rita's birthday song. Do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. Old MacDonald and Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, with the special dance from the creator of the Rappin' Rats, Mr. Cooley Jaxson. So don't miss out. We have more cities to go to. See you soon.